Defendant Maya Higa's objections to plaintiff's TCPA evidence. So when we talking plaintiffs, we're talking Adrinah Lee's evidence. Okay, so she's like, hey, this is the evidence that we need to toss out. Objection to Adrinah Lee's evidence. Okay, and as a result of that, she filed this. And it's short and brief and sweet, and we're going to get to it. I don't like it. Under the TCPA, you know, the movement established that TCA applies to the non-movement and, you know, must produce clear and specific evidence of a case. This is what Maya Higa is saying. Defendant Maya Higa files this following objections to the evidence filed by Adrinah Lee in support of her Freedom of Speech Act. Objections on page 4 of Adrinah Lee's sworn statement, you know, where she says, later I received notice from an acquaintance, Jacob Morris, stating that he was at Miss Riendo's home when Joe Fabiano, David Mitch Jones, and Maya Higa returned the day described having bailed Slick out. Higa objects to the statements that Jacob Morris said those things as hearsay and objects to Morris's alleged statement that they described it as having bailed and Slick out as hearsay. Within hearsay. You like, shit, what did, like, you like, Henry, I don't remember what she said. No, give me 1 second. I accidentally deleted some stuff because my tabs are like running full. So here's what she wants to object to. And because basically this wasn't him saying it, so she's like, hey, let's get this shit out of here. Okay. And it's on hearsay. Also on page 6 in the same phone conversation, blah, blah, blah. It was basically Maya Higa gaslighting Adriana the whole time, basically saying, are you sure Slick did this to you? The reason why she wants to object to this is because, oh yeah, Alinity too, is because Adriana didn't hear this herself. This was told to her. And I can show you right here. I highlighted it. This is page 34. This is the first statement. And I believe I highlighted the second statement on page, 36? Right here, right? You see? When I'm prepared, nobody messing with us. Nobody messing with us. But anyway, and she's calling it double hearsay. Higa objects to the statements that Joe Fabiano said those things and the telephone conversation as hearsay and objects to Fabiano's statements regarding that Higa allegedly said and did, including she was basically gaslighting Adriana the whole time as hearsay within hearsay. You see how it works? You're like, fuck, hearsay. If you do not explicitly hear something yourself and you say like, oh, Jack told me Alinity said F HenryResilient. And I put that in there like Alinity said, you know, Jack told me that Alinity said F HenryResilient. That's hearsay. Now, if I am like, no, Alinity told me F HenryResilient, then it's not hearsay because I witnessed it. I can testify that it's true. All right. And the only way this stays in is if you get Joe Fabiano to basically write an affidavit and swear like, yeah, I said that she was gaslighting her. And when this shit went legal, everyone got quiet, real quiet. No one will even talk about it. Now we're about to get where she calls train wrecks out. Train, where you at? Objections to portions of Exhibit F, N, and O. Higa objects to the following portions of F, which is a series of Twitter posts from a user under the name Trainwreck. You see how it works? Like Trainwreck. And the Twitter handle of Train are news articles from Sportskeeda discussing the underlying incident. So you go to her stuff, you like 5890-106. You like, all right, Henry, let's make sure we got it right. We go to page 58. You like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. People involved know the truth, but for those of you that are farming drama and coming to split conclusions, let me be even more clear. Mizkif didn't assault the woman. He orchestrated the cover-up for his friends. Exactly how my tweet reads. Now, the crazy thing is, if you've been following this case from the beginning, you know there are no affidavits from from Train. So you had 58, 90, and 106. And you know how Sports Kita in these publications, they pick up these tweets by these big streamers and they turn them into articles, right? They turn them into articles. Now, why is Mizkif under investigation? Entire assault and slurs. You know, Mizkif with long hair looking perplexed. And it's basically found himself shrouded in massive controversy as getting to a heated argument with fellow Twitch streamer Tyler Trainwrecks TV. You see how it works? Who is Afro David? Yeah, boy, it's heating up. So she like either Train is gonna come out or we're gonna have to remove this. But look, who does this help though, right? Who does this help? It helps Mizkif, like, because remember, Maya Higa, I swear, is ride or die. I don't know if he's taking care of her legal fees or if she's just like, no, I'm not voting. And I'm definitely not voting to Adrinah Lee. She like, no. I was like, how do you feel about Adrinah Lee? I talked to her, off stream. She was like, Adrinah Lee, she was like, shut up, bitch. No, let me stop. Before they be like, I never talked to you, Henry. You're lying. I did not pull a din. It's comedy. We joking. Okay, so look, here's the thing, right? It's more stuff about Train coming through. Like, are you going to send Maya and Mitch to railroad and blackmail me like you did those girls to cover up those essays? And here's the truth of the matter. Either they are going to get Train to testify or not. And his chances are it's not. He is like, nope, I'm not in it. I'm not in it. Don't look for me to help. Don't say I did anything. I'm not coming forward. So with that being said, it's likely going to get eliminated, guys. I'm just being honest. Like, well, Train came forward. We're using tweets. He has no affidavit. How are we using these tweets? Is this his testimony? I don't know, because he's not mentioned in the lawsuit whatsoever from Adrinah Lee's side, which is very peculiar considering he was the one who broke the story. But I digress. Let's keep going. What else did she object to here? Maya Higa was proofreading, reviewing, and questioning if that was the truth. This is from the Cal Alexander. This is another Twitch streamer. I posted his whole statement already on my channel, but they're trying to get this part taken out. Maya Higa was proofreading, reviewing, and questioning if that was the truth. Maya even asked if that really happened. Higa made several comments to Adrinah, such as, think of the implications this may cause you. Think of the implications that come with this. Adrinah didn't want to downplay, but Maya Higa was such a large influencer, and the tweet was not fully written out as everything had happened. So Higa objects to Christopher's statements as to what she did or said as hearsay. And look, I really don't know about this one because the proofreading part, right? You can't say Maya Higa was proofreading it. How do you know? Did Maya Higa say, hey, I'm about to proofread your statement? You see, the law is very literal. Very literal. Maya Higa say, I was reading the statement. I wasn't proofreading it. I was reading it. I was examining it. But how are you to say, like, can you prove she was proofreading it? It's really, the answer is no. Nope. No, you cannot. All right, so that is another objection. Now we got the other affidavit. Now, notice she's not, like, throwing out all the stuff. She's literally just going after hearsay, guys. Just hearsay, like, it's hearsay. I mean, all the stuff that the boyfriend was telling me, everything that was being said in the chat. He stated that in the chat, they were saying that they were going to prove that he didn't do it. So they started some group chat, and Maya Higa is like, look. Maya Higa, right? Maya Higa is not to be stifled with, man. Or her lawyer. I don't know who to thank for this. Higa objects to the statements. Ryan Reeves played the existence of the group chat and the members of the group chat as hearsay. So she objects to that statement regarding what was allegedly said in the group chat as hearsay within hearsay because her boyfriend told her. You see? Mute that part. Don't put that online. It'll be online. My daughter crying. Ain't the first time she cried on stream. All right, so there is Maya Higa stuff, right? Now you see it, you saw it. Hearsay. The only sketchy part was the proofreading thing. Other than that, everything was hearsay. And you have to think about the judge, right? Now let's go to Mizkif stuff. And you like, whoa. How do we go from Maya Higa to Mizkif? Like, hey, we got to do it. Maya Higa to Mizkif. She's a slider. Yo, I don't know if that's good. She might spin a block on your ass. You start talking shit. She pull up with the llama, and we ain't talking about animals. She start going rat-tat-tat-tat. Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat on your ass. I don't know. I'm old, so back in the day, the choppers would be called llamas. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, wait, Henry, you probably Googling like llama gun. Henry's right. Henry, you're old. Henry, you're old. Like, yeah, I am old. Listen to some Freeway. All right, so this is Mizkif trying to get Adrinah Lee's evidence out of here, right? So Adrinah Lee's evidence have to survive attacks from Maya Higa and Mizkif. Now, Crazy Slick, I don't know what Crazy Slick doing. He just generally denied all this shit. Because truth be told, he's just the person who touched her and he just lumped up in this lawsuit. All right, so it's more of the same, right? More of the same. You like, wait, Henry, wait. You mean to tell me Maya Higa's mirrors Mizkif? Like they're on the same page? Like, what? Yes, for the most part, yeah. So page 4, later I received notice from an acquaintance, Jacob Morris, because she's saying Jacob Morris said this, that they said they're going to bail Slick out. You see how I go? You see how it go? What else? The Joe Fabiano conversation, hearsay. And you like, damn. Defendant objects to the statement that Joe Fabiano said those things in a telephone conversation as hearsay, and defendant objects to Fabiano's statements regarding that defendant, Maya Higa, allegedly said and did, including that she was basically gaslighting Adrinah Lee the whole time. Yo, is Miz riding for Maya Higa? If I'm Emaru, I'm like, yo, what the, like, if I'm Emaru, I'm like, hey, yo, what the fuck? Like, you ride real hard for your ex-girlfriend in this shit, Miz. What we doing? Anyway, he put the same thing. He objected to the same F, N, and O. All the stuff that Trainwrecks is mentioning. He's like, get that shit out of here unless Train is coming forward himself. If he's not coming forward, then we need to get it out of here. All right? That's just what it is. Plaintiff has not even disclosed the identity of Trainwrecks TV. This goes a little bit harder. Right? He like, look, who is Trainwrecks TV? Now, sure, does Mizkif know who Trainwrecks TV is in real life? Yes. But does the judge know? Nope. No. So now it's like, are you going to... Now it puts pressure on Adrinah Lee to identify Trainwrecks TV. And if she's losing this lawsuit, is Train going to come forward and, basically be on her side? No. No. I know people think he's funding it, but I don't think so. Okay. Maya Higa was proofreading. It's the same thing. Defendant objects to the statements that what Higa did or said as hearsay. Hearsay. Anika Gordy, her affidavit. What was it? Pages 1 and 2 produced. Ryan and I went to Minnesota. This is the group chat. She was... The thing about this woman right here, the Anika Gordy, is she was not a part of the group chat. So if she's not a part of the group chat, she can't say, well, my boyfriend said in the group chat and put that in her statement. That's hearsay. 100% hearsay. All right, respectfully submitted. Now, of course, Adrinah Lee. Whoa. Hold on, we got to get Adrinah Lee's, whatchamacallit. She clapped back at him. Where is it at? Did I skip it? Adrinah Lee came back too. She was like, no, 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 no. We can't just let these people get off the hook. Nope, that's not it. There we go, right here. Plaintiff. She comes back at him. Adrinah Lee comes back. She responds to them trying to get her evidence out of here, right? And I picked this shit apart to the T. I picked it apart to the T, right? So here's her thing. Hey, you know, the defendants have alleged certain objections to the evidence adduced to plaintiff's second amendment response for the TCA-PA motion to dismiss. Adrinah believes these objections are unavailing and urges the court to deny each and every objection made. Not even like one is good. They're like, no, deny everything. Get every objection out of there. And you like every one? And she's like, all of them. Like, you like, shit. All right, so what's her argument, right? She cites this court case, okay, applying summary judgment standards that hearsay is not permissible in the TCPA. Because this is what they brought. The defendants, which is Maya Higa and Mizkif and Crazy Slick, they cited this court case and it says hearsay is not permissible in a TCPA proceeding. So now you got historic case law kind of supporting them getting that shit tossed out. All right. And she's like, well, however, this court case, as Rockman itself notes, there's a split in authority on this point. The Dallas Court of Appeals, when addressing objections based on hearsay and the evidence rules, has stated that the text of TCPA, however, does not have corresponding language to rule the 168F describing its affidavit requirements, and that we follow our sister court in declining to apply wholesale the summary judgment affidavit case here. Basically saying, hey, there's no real language saying that, you know, we have to abide by that for everything. And what you're about to see throughout Adrinah Lee's thing is her telling the judge, yeah, but you don't have to do it. Like, yeah, that's true, but you don't have to do it. And I'm like, that's weak as shit. It's weak as shit. But anyway, let's read the court docs. And if guys, this is for you to make your own opinion. You don't have to take mine. You could, you know, mute the stream and just read the court docs as is and formulate your own opinion, which I strongly advise you to do. But my opinion is pretty spot on. All right, so it's a short one too. The Austin Court of Appeal has not ruled directly on this point. So as far as counsel can find, it has, however, pertinently held that evidence for the purpose of the TCPA prima facie analysis need not necessarily be admissible. Look at this shit. This is her lawyer. It doesn't need to be admissible, as prima facie case can be established on the basis of the plaintiff's pleadings alone, with or without supporting affidavits. I hate this fucking argument. I hate it. It's basically saying, well, it doesn't have to be admissible. Then why are you going to bring it up? Are you really going to go to court with something that is not admissible? Is the judge is going to say, let's go to trial. And when you get to trial, all that evidence that you got is about to get tossed out because it's fucking hearsay. Is the judge really going to waste their time in doing that? Okay, so this is what I say. Hey, she needs affidavits of all involved or it's hearsay. Like, we cannot do this. You know, this is in keeping with the Austin Court of Appeals previous rulings and this court case where it held that the pleadings alone could support the prima facie evidentiary requirements, and Kane v. Abbott, wherein the court held that prima facie evidence requirement could also be satisfied reference documents attached to incorporate it into a petition. Remember, this is a $1 million court case. This is $1 million. So am I as a sitting judge, are you as sitting judges, because everyone has a mind of their own, you don't have to go to law school to figure out, are you as a judge going to send a case to a trial when some of the evidence is self-admittedly hearsay? I'm not done. I'm not done. Okay? Anyway, in short, even if the defendants are correct, even if they are correct in some statements, Shit, I didn't fuck my camera up. I'm getting too excited. Give me a second to fix it. My camera gangsta leaning. I'm getting too excited. All right. In short, even if the defendants are correct that some statements may contain hearsay, common law precedent supports the court may nonetheless consider those statements and evidence for the purpose of prima facie analysis under TCPA, and that the court is not bound to the limits of a summary judgment evidentiary analysis particular to, since the court may also rely upon plaintiff pleadings, and those exhibits attached to plaintiff's pleading which are substantially the same as attached to plaintiffs. Now look, I even wrote it out because I was reading this. I'm like, the courts have to be consistent in their rulings, I would think. This is a huge $1 million lawsuit. Are you a judge? Are you as a judge going to make a ruling that uses hearsay? If it goes to trial, then the hearsay gets tossed out easily. I'm just reading the court docs. I'm just your reader. Objection to statements in Exhibit A. The unsworn declaration of Adrinah Tucker is based on generally the assertion that the referenced statements constitute hearsay or hearsay within hearsay, and therefore are not competent evidence. This is, look, man, look. She keeps trying to go back to these Texas rules that allowed hearsay, and I'm sure these cases are probably smaller in capacity. You're not sending $1 million court case to trial on hearsay. And what's going to ultimately happen is look at her arguments with the hearsay and without the hearsay. And does that significantly weaken her case or not? Because most of her, I wouldn't say most, but some of her allegations are hearsay. Proofreading, hearsay. Hey, they're going to bail slick out. Hearsay. I'm just saying, like, you guys got to think about it, Rather, the statements objected are statements attributable to the party Higa or her agents, who are her agents? She's not OTK. You've not proven that she got orders from Miz to defame you. The defamation is not from Higa. And like, I'm just on the side of right. I'm not like anti-Adrinah Lee. If the roles were reversed, it'd be the same. I'll have the same stance. Even if when you say even if hearsay, the statements would nonetheless constitute an exception as statements against interest. When you say even if hearsay, that means it's hearsay. Further, as noted above, the Austin Court of Appeals has established that admissibility not necessarily is conditioned for the... Look, why would they... It's just a weak argument. Weak argument. Now, here's the train wrecks thing, right? This is the train wrecks, which is the most important part for me. I'm like, let's see what you're talking about. Train wrecks. The objection to portions of F allege generally that the statements contained therein constitute hearsay. However, this is incorrect. The statements identified by defendants in exhibits F, E, and O, which is the train wrecks tweets, provide notice of the existence of discussion regarding the facts about the defendant's communications and plaintiff status, regardless of the truthfulness or inaccuracy inherent of the statements themselves. Like, come on, lawyer. Wait. You mean to tell me, regardless of truthfulness or inaccuracy, that's your, like, this should be in regardless if they're true or inaccurate? Oh, man, this is keeping with the principle that when a party offers a statement simply to show that it was made rather than to show it was truth or falsity. However, the hearsay rule does not bar its admission. Look, man, I don't know, Adrinah Lee. We're basing this off a tweet where you personally know the person who made the tweet, but you likely asked or know they will not help you publicly. Like, that's the crux of the matter. You got all your friends to help. Is Trainwreck's your friend? Why did he sign an affidavit for you? Huh? Why didn't he? If y'all friends, right? Or what's the deal? Cat got your tongue? Cat got his tongue. Shit, Cat got a lot of people's tongues. Everyone and their mom was talking about this shit when it happened. As soon as the lawsuit went live, everyone got quiet and no one's talking about this. They talking about Hamas and Israel and Palestine and, you know, anything but this shit. Anywho, Kyle Alexander stuff. It's again, guys, all of her stuff. Here, I'll read this one because it's going to be the same for everything going. Defendants have objected generally to a statement that she's allegedly have made, according to the affidavit of Kyle Alexander, as being hearsay. They cite this Texas rule that establishes statements by opposing parties, such as those made in individual representative capacity or by a co-conspirator. So Kyle is not a co-conspirator. Representative capacity, I don't know. That's hearsay. Rather, statements objected are statements attributed to, you know, the party Higa or her agents or acting in her behalf when making the statements. Here we go. Even if hearsay, you'd be like, yo, even if hearsay, the statements nonetheless constitute an exception as statements against interest. Further, as, you know, noted above. Look, you're not going to trial using hearsay. It's a waste of everyone's time. Everyone's time. Hey, what's your case built on? Man, some truth, some hearsay. I'll be like, get this shit out of here. Like, you know they coming for the fucking the lawyer fees, Adrinah Lee. And I know you went too far where you can't go back. And it's the same thing for Anika Gordy. It's just the same response. Even if hearsay. You see it? Even if hearsay. Look, man, it's weak, but our lawyer has to fight. In conclusion, plaintiff respectively requests the courts to deny each of the defendants' objections to the plaintiff's evidence attached to her response to the TCPA motion to dismiss. So what do you guys think? We still got... I think we just got the lawyer fees. Oh, no, we don't. We got Maya Higa kicking her fucking back in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maya Higa kicks her back in right here.